Hey there, you guys. It's me, Aaliyah Divine Taylor, and this is my YouTube channel. Yes, baby. Now, what is today's date? Today is Thursday, September 14th, 2023. It is 10:22 p.m. I'm about to do the general reading. It's a collective, a general collective reading. This is just what you can expect to see, or what you can expect here and towards the middle-ish end here of September. Yes, this is a general collective reading of what you guys can expect here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to come up in this reading, but I feel like it's something I should do for the collective, for all my superstars out there. All right, so it doesn't matter what sign you are, whatever comes up in this reading, it could apply to you here. Now, just remember, everyone has masculine and feminine energy, so take the story as it resonates, and flip around whatever parts you need to fit your situation. All right, let's just get into this. Give me a spot here for my superstars. Oh, excuse me. For this general collective reading, what can we expect here for my superstars? What exactly can we expect here from my superstars? What can we expect? Jesus. What is it that we can expect so that I can go to bed after this? Because I am ready to move on. Two of Swords. So right now, I feel like you guys are, this is Libra energy here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you guys are definitely having some sort of having to make some sort of choice or make some sort of decision here. You could be on the fence about something. Oh wow. We have two aces. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like something. Ooh, the Star card's at the bottom. I think you're definitely gonna be doing something that's gonna help you heal this time. So whatever's gonna be making you happy, I feel like is what's gonna be the thing you're gonna be going for. Just for you as a collective. It's the Nine of Swords. I feel like you guys have definitely been thinking about this very heavily. This is Gemini energy. You guys have definitely been stressing out, overthinking about some sort of decision you have to make. Maybe with going with your heart or doing something else, but I feel like your intuition is going to guide you towards the path of having to do something that you feel more guided to. That's what I'm seeing here. You guys have been thinking very long and hard about a decision you have to make, but I feel like at the end, it's like you're going to be listening to your intuition. You're going to be trusting in your heart and, doing the thing that makes you the happiest. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. I don't feel the strong sense like maybe you guys are going to be doing things that's going to not only make you happy, but it's also going to make you, be well off financially. Or maybe for some of you guys, you could be focusing on, someone who's in the Nine of Pentacles energy, or this could be you guys who are in the Nine of Pentacles energy, where you are single, self-sufficient, and abundant. Let's have the Queen of Cups. This is water energy. This is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. It could be anyone who has any of those water placements highly aspected in their charts, or it could be someone who's very intuitive, very loving, very nurturing, very kind, super sweet. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. That's like you're just in this phase right now where you're just, it's almost like you're using your heart to be your guide in regards to how to move forward in life here. And maybe I said the reason why you're in the Nine of Swords energy here in the middle of the read is because maybe, it's almost like what I'm getting is it's almost like a new way of doing something, and you're scared of trying something new here, my collective. Maybe for all you guys, you're on the fence about doing something that maybe that makes you happy, but it's like it's different, and maybe you never done this thing here before. Maybe it's like a new way of doing something. So quite naturally, you're gonna feel frightened about doing it, but it's gonna make you happy, and maybe that's why you feel so strongly, like such a strong urge to do whatever this thing is here. But it's like maybe it go against how you've been doing something. Yeah. Eight of Swords, Death card. Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords. 444 was just on the clock like a few seconds ago. 444, if you look at it right over there, talks about protection here. So it says specifically, you are completely surrounded by angels. You are being guided through whatever you are focusing on. So pretty much, whether you guys know it or not, your angels are protecting you and guiding you through whatever it is that you are going through here. Yeah, literally, this is how the deck split. This is how half of the deck split like this, with this card being at the bottom is the Emperor and at the top is the Star. So right now, you guys are definitely bossing up, taking charge of your own life, making serious decisions in regards to how you want to heal and move forward with the Star card here. Maybe some of you guys are just, trying to decide how are you going to heal and move forward just in general. Like, what's going to be the things that's going to help you move forward in a more positive manner? What's going to be the things that's going to, like, fill you up? And maybe for some of you guys, you are reflecting on your past here. So it's like I set the deck down, this half of the deck down, what slid a little bit was the Emperor card, and what was underneath it was the Six of Cups. Some of you guys are bossing up, but it's like after you are starting to reflect more on your past, so maybe you can get a better understanding of who you are, or maybe a better understanding of why it is that you are in the place that you are now. Maybe you're reflecting on times that used to make you happy, and maybe things that you really wanted to do when you were a kid, and now it's like it's kind of giving you a bit of insight of how you should move forward, of what you came here to do. Like, sometimes you have to remember where you came from to really, see how far how far you have come, type of thing. That's what I'm getting here. Some guys could be reflecting, and it's like now you're really being more so, like, in this process of healing. And like the more you heal, it's like the more confident you get, the more self-assured you become. Because what's also here is on this half of the deck, because it's split in two different ways. At the bottom, we have the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Some of you guys, maybe, like I said, after having undergone some sort of painful ending here with the Ten of Swords card being present, that is more, I think that's Libra energy here. Yeah. No, sorry. I don't know why I said Libra. Gemini energy, because I saw the scales at the top. I don't know why I said that, but underneath the scales is literally the Gemini sign. But yeah, after being backstabbed or betrayed several times, or having some sort of painful ending here, I feel like I said, it was unfortunate, but it was what was needed to really help you see what was actually for you and what's not for you here. So, it's kind of like, say it was like in love, you have to kiss a couple of frogs before you get to your Prince Charming type of thing. Yeah, it's like that's kind of just a part of the process. It doesn't mean like, stop being loving, stop being kind. It just means like, learn who to give that loving, sweet, nurturing kind of energy to. As well as learning certain things like maybe boundaries in regards to love, like, not letting everyone into your happiness. With the Seven of Swords also being here, what I'm getting is usually like it's can be seen as someone who's sneaky or untrustworthy, but I feel like you guys are just now, like, very mindful, or very, kind of being more tactical about how you handle certain situations, because maybe, like I said, you're trying to learn on how to do things differently. We're taking, like, like you're bossing up and taking control of your life, which might require you to have, like, a new set of mind. You can't keep doing what the past that you were doing and, expecting different results. I feel like you guys know that, so that's why you're starting to switch it up. You're starting to switch up the way you maneuver. Like, maybe, you're not telling everyone all your business all the time, or maybe for some of you guys, like, you're just like, just kind of keeping to yourselves at this time and not really popping up until you already have, whatever you're trying to do said and done. Okay, so take that as it resonates. But the overall energy here is the Eight of Swords and the Death card. So with the Eight of Swords, you just talks about someone who's stuck in their head, right? Constantly overthinking and wondering and guessing and trying to figure something out, right? With the Death card, that's Scorpio energy. I feel like you guys are now going to be coming out of this stuck and stagnant energy where you're never knowing on what to do or how to move forward, or you're constantly questioning everything. It's like now I feel like you're just going to be going for it. Like, you're not gonna be in a state of like overthinking and, like, scared to make a move, or scared that it's gonna be the wrong thing here, or that you're gonna make a mistake. No, I feel like you're gonna, like, be more so than like, if I feel called to do it, you're just gonna do it. And it's not really so much as like, a failure if it didn't work out, or it's kind of like, you're gonna see it as like, it was just a learning experience, and what did you learn from this thing here? You're gonna keep moving forward. That's what I'm really hearing here for you guys. But yeah, well, the first two cards that came out is the Two of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Right now, you guys are kind of on the fence on making some sort of decision. But with the Ace of Wands being here, I feel like you're definitely gonna end up making some sort of decision to have a passion new start, something that you're very excited about, something that you possibly like have a lot of fun doing. Like I told you, like maybe it could be something you enjoyed doing when you were a kid, or something that just like ignites a fire within you. Makes you hunger for life and excitement and joy. It just gets you so excited. I feel like that's what you're kind of doing here. Is, with the Ace of Cups falling after it and the Nine of Swords, you're now starting to listen to your heart here. You're now not starting to question the things you're feeling anymore. Like if your heart's calling you to like, go somewhere or to do an activity, if it doesn't make a lot of sense, you're just gonna go for it. Or that's what's being recommended here for you guys. Is that you should definitely at this time just be going for the things that you truly want here, and just not try to overthink it here. That's what I'm seeing with the Nine of Swords. Some of you guys are definitely overthinkers because you want things to be right, or maybe you're scared of making a mistake, or you're scared of you making some sort of decision, and like it's like you end up wasting your time, or feeling like you didn't gain anything from it. It's like I feel like that's the thing that you're worried about, but don't worry, because it's like there are like no wrong paths here is what I'm hearing for you. So it's not really so about trying to be perfect. It's about just enjoying the ride and not trying to overthink it. Just kind of having fun and letting loose, and like whatever happens just happens. Don't overthink this. Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, for some of you guys, maybe some of you guys are single here, or maybe you guys are this energy where you are more confident here, where you are starting to feel like you have more than enough. Like if you really stop and just analyze and look around you with the Nine of Pentacles, you realize that you have everything that's necessary in order to achieve whatever it is that you desire. You have all the tools necessary to make something happen here. Especially with the Queen of Cups, I feel like right now some of you guys can either be dealing with the Queen of Cups energy, which is someone who's very loving, nurturing, kind, sweet, very intuitive, listens to the heart here. But if not that, I feel like that's you guys. Not only are some of you guys maybe single, self-sufficient, and confident, but it's like maybe you guys are also in this energy where like you're more loving. Like you're more kind, you're sweet, you're now like not only giving love, but you're also receptive to love. You have that healthy flow of love coming in and out of your life. You know how to give and also receive. You're not like just constantly on the giving end, nor are you constantly just receiving and not giving anything back. So I like this for you. You guys are definitely very graceful, very loving at this time. You're also listening to your heart, no matter, like I said, how sometimes like your heart might be telling you to do something and it doesn't make sense at the time. I feel like you guys aren't gonna be questioning it. Like it may not make sense right now, but it'll make sense later, and that's good. That's like that's a form of self-love. It's kind of like just trusting in what you're feeling and knowing that that's going to lead you in the right direction some way, somehow. Excuse me. Even though you may not know all the answers right now, or because like sometimes like you'd be looking at it from like the beginning point, but you don't know what's what's going to be headed coming down later, on the road. But it's kind of telling you, just don't worry about that. Take it step by step and just enjoy the ride. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles being here, this is the slowest moving knight here, but it's the most reliable one. This is Earth energy here. Another the strong says that you guys are being called kind of like I said, take your time, enjoy yourself, have fun, because like you want it to be something like it's slow and steady. You don't want something that'll be easy come, easy go. So right now you're being called to just, like I said, listen to your heart, take your time. No need to rush. What is for you, it cannot miss you. So just make sure you're doing stuff right the first time, so you don't have to go back and do it again. You know. Okay, let's get clarifications for the Two of Swords here for you guys, my collective. You're definitely coming out of your head. That's what I'm seeing here. It's the overall energy with this Eight of Swords and the Death card. You guys are coming out of your head. No more overthinking. I feel like you guys are going to now start taking action towards the things that you want here, and getting out of this worrisome energy of what could go wrong, or what's going to be happening later down in the future, or are you worried about repeating the past or stuff like that. It's like, no, a lot of you guys are going to now just be in the present moment. Stop trying to, thinking about what you should have done better in the past, or maybe you could have done things differently. No, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You didn't make no mistakes. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now at this moment. So just be here at this moment and enjoy this. And don't worry about the future. Don't worry about how things are going to turn out, and maybe in regards to your life or your relationship or your work life or your friends or your family. Don't worry about all that. Shoot, give that to God. Let go and let God. Let God take the wheel. Let Him worry about all those big stuff. 'Cause, we're only humans here. We don't have all the answers to life and stuff like that. We don't have the ability to know how things are going to turn out. You might have like maybe an inkling because God has gives us our intuition, our premonitions, or maybe dreams or stuff like that. You might have it like an idea of how it's gonna turn out, but you don't know the exact details. Like you don't know the exact steps of how to get there from point A to point B. You just know you need to get to point B. You know, that's what I'm hearing. You don't know all the details. You're not going to because you're not God. So just sit down, be human, and have fun. Let God deal with all the rest. Now, what's the Two of Swords here for you, my collective? Oh, the Two of Swords is literally the Ten of Cups. That's what you guys are debating on here, is your happiness. How are you going to get to this point where you are literally living the dream? That's what this fuss is about. Oh, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Right now, your heart is going to be your best friend in trying to get you down the correct path. That's what I'm seeing here for you guys. Yikes. Oh my gosh. I'll be right back. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so this is what cards flipped over. I'm not taking them, but literally we have the Ten of Swords. A painful backstabbing or betrayal or some sort of painful ending here. I feel like maybe for some of you guys, I said the Ten of Swords being here twice. It's like maybe you guys were just surrounded with a lot of people you couldn't trust. So maybe that's why some of you guys might be overthinking. Like maybe you guys might be questioning the people's motives around you, or why people are hanging around you or stuff like that. But I feel like you're just being called to just get the lessons from the blessings and kind of move forward. Whatever hurt you, whether it be people here, and for some of you guys maybe it was people who was close to you who ended up betraying you or just hurting you. I feel like you learn what you need to learn from it, but pretty much don't like hold all that past pain or hurt. Don't take it with your next cycle here. So I feel like that's you are undergoing some sort of great change here. But the thing is, you have to not bring anything from your past to this next chapter of your life. Okay, I said you need to learn. And oh, it's funny. I said you're on a transformation here because literally let's fall after the Ten of Swords, which speaks of a painful ending, but also leads to a new beginning, is the Death card, which is literally the card of transformation. So once again, maybe some guys, someone could have a death in the family. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely kidding. Someone could have a death in the family. That's not something I normally get, but the way this is looking, I was like, I know it's like if the Ten of Swords is there, it's like someone's laying down on the ground. But I don't know. I got like in my third eye a vision of a casket. This is the Death card, and like I said, there's a person standing there in the graveyard. Someone could have a death in the family, but if not that, so someone has undergone some great form of change. It's like could have been like the death of an ego. Maybe someone had to, like I said, go through a lot of hurt, pain, and conflict for them to finally let go of people, places, and things that aren't serving them, but actually holding them back and keeping them stuck and stagnant. And that's part of their lesson. It's like maybe someone was a bit hard-headed, didn't want to let go of stuff because they were so used to it and so comfortable and didn't want to change because like I told you, change isn't always fun. It isn't always easy. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's hard. And maybe that's what someone was refusing to do, is change. But it's like now I feel like I said with that Death Angel there, which is one of God's angels, is the Death Angel. I feel like now it's like God could be forcing someone to undergo some sort of transformation, and not with literal death. I just feel like maybe it's just I said someone undergoing some sort of change within. Yeah, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. This could be an Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But if not them, I said it could be someone who has this very strong Earth placement in their chart, or it could be someone who's very who's like husband or wife material, someone who's ready to settle down here, someone who could be doing very well off financially, someone who's very business savvy here. Yeah, whoever this person is, I feel like I'm getting like an Ebenezer Scrooge type of thing, where I said maybe someone was so like I said, like, they're very hard-headed and had like a heart of stone. So maybe it took something very traumatic for this person to really wake up and realize that, you know, they're not doing things correctly. For some of you, as I said, it was the death of the family. But kind of like, you know, the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, how he was visited by three ghosts, and like, you know, they pretty much had to warn him that if he didn't change the way he was going out, like, you know, he was gonna, like, you know, end up dying miserable and alone and sad. That type of thing. I feel like something like that is happening with King of Pentacles. Like, it's taking like the angels, God and his angels, to really wake this masculine up, whoever this King of Pentacles energy is, up out of whatever they've been doing here. Yeah, it's the Five of Cups. Whoever this person is, I feel like they're definitely in this Five of Cups energy, this King of Pentacles and the Five of Cups energy. Like, maybe they're sad or in remorse or really, you know, in regret because of, like, you know, maybe what's been going on lately in their environment. Maybe some of the guys, like I said, they have been going some sort of backstabbing and betrayal. Maybe some of them, they feel like, you know, they're all alone, or feeling like no one understands them, or feeling like, you know, they're, you know, their life isn't going the way that they wanted. Like, yeah, maybe they might have a lot of money or they're doing well financially, but it's like maybe they feel alone. Like, you know, they feel like no one understands them. Maybe they wish they had someone who they could spend their life with, or, you know, share their wealth with, that type of thing. Because, like, you know, at the end of the day, money can't really buy you happiness. I mean, it's a tool that's, you know, it's helpful and it's useful for this 3D world. There's nothing wrong with having money, but we all know you can have all the, like, the fancy cars and the nice things and the clean clothes and stuff like that, and still be miserable. Outside, you have, like, you know, celebrities killing themselves and stuff like that, committing suicide. Like, you know, that doesn't, like, all the money in the world can't make you happy. So that's something that I feel like, you know, someone should keep mind of, should be mindful of. I'm literally hearing that song. I think it goes like, I can make believe I have everything, but I don't wanna be a lonely fool. Or how'd it go? I can make believe that I have everything, but I can't believe that I can't pretend that I don't see that without you, girl, my life is incomplete. Hey, that's Incomplete. I think it's by, gosh, please don't quote me. I think it's like Casey. I would say it's like Casey and JoJo, but if not that, maybe it's just Casey or something like that. I don't remember. The song is literally called Incomplete. Yeah, and it goes, I can make believe I have everything, but I can't believe that I don't see, or I can't pretend that I don't see that without you, girl, my life is incomplete. And it's like someone who has like like, you know, all the expensive cars and all the nice clothes and all the latest tech and stuff, but it's like they're still miserable. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords falling right after the Five of Cups, not only are they, like, you know, possibly some of them, they could have a drinking problem, because I said they might have all the money or financial success, but it's like they still feel alone, still feel emotionally, like, you know, like they're left out of something important here. Like, they just don't feel like they're fulfilled. And so maybe some of them are going to the bars and like drinking out their sorrows and getting drunk here, you know, spending, you know, their times at these bars and just drinking their sorrows away. But it's not taking their mind off, because they're still in the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. Maybe some of them, when they do get drunk, they think about it even more. They get stuck in their head about a very painful heartbreak. So what keeps it jumping out at me is there's a heart here with the Three of Swords. There's even a heart here with this Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I said someone is definitely have a problem in regards to the matters of the heart. That's what I'm seeing. It's like maybe someone could have some sort of heart blockage because of, like I said, what they have went through whatever they have went through in their past. Maybe with past lovers or past you know, past things that they have, like, you know, had go wrong with their family and their family members. Sorry, past things that's gone wrong in regards to their family or with their friends or with their lovers or just in society. I feel like now it's like, you know, based off of whatever's been going on in someone's life, it's like now it's like it's hard for them to open up and be vulnerable and just be themselves, because, like, you know, maybe for the longest time, like, someone just couldn't trust, you know, people's motives around them. Like, maybe they only liked them for certain things, or like, you know, for maybe for like their material gain. Maybe someone only was, like, you know, only with for someone, or maybe for some people here, you could have had people who was only after you for maybe like your money or your finances or whatever you could provide, and it was all like people who were showing you fake love. So now it's like you've been hurt and backstabbed and betrayed, like seen through a lot of people's like disguise. You've seen through a lot of people's masks and seen the true them. So now it's like it's making you skeptical. Yeah, what's gonna be happening here? I feel like that's it. Guys definitely gonna be undergoing some sort of major transformation. In this case, maybe it's not death, but maybe it's just like you guys have a renewing of your mind here. Maybe you guys are gonna be opening yourself back up to love. Maybe you guys are gonna be like starting to do things like that maybe you took a while to just take a break and just you took a break from, and now you might be getting like back on the horse and going back to doing something that it's been a while that you've done. Maybe it's like reading, or maybe it's like writing, or journaling, or singing, or dancing, or YouTube, or I don't know, whatever it is that you find excitement in. With the Knight of Swords being here, I feel like now you're gonna be just heading towards anything that's gonna be making you happy or getting you out of this like sadness energy. You know, I feel like you're gonna be changing how you're doing things here, how you're doing things, how you're maybe seeing life. I feel like so now you're gonna be like surrounding yourself around positive things so that you can like gain prosperity, so you can get happiness. Because in order to actually get this Ten of Cups, you have to start embodying that energy. So if you guys want to start, going towards things that you do find it exciting, that'll take you out of the Five of Cups, like sadness, or take you out of your depression. It'll like help you shift your focus from things that aren't working out to what's actually going well, or what something that's gonna help push you to just be in a better energy here. Instead of focusing on the past of what went wrong, or why people did what they did, or feeling like you can't trust people out there anymore. It's like, no, that's not how you're supposed to be living your life. And maybe right now, so that's part of this death energy, the Scorpio energy, is you guys now starting to actually heal that side of you, so you can actually have the dream come true, so you can actually be in this place where you can like do whatever you want, or just maybe have the life that you want. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands being present, I find like this could be a lot of movement coming in for you guys. Maybe some guys could be moving, or just having a lot of movement. Maybe having to run around a lot here or something like that. But if not, like you guys actually moving around a lot, maybe it could speak of a lot of text messages or calls coming your way. For some of you guys, maybe someone could be actually expressing how they feel. Because the Ace of Cups could talk about new love. So maybe some of you guys could actually be like having someone now start to open up and express how they truly feel. Because maybe like I said they excuse me, if it's not in regards to like actual work or doing something that they love in regards to work or career or business or something like that. So it could be someone who now wants to come in and now start to express how they feel, because maybe they've been holding back for a long time and unsure about whether or not that they should actually express themselves. But now it's like you guys are not going to be having maybe a lot of text message and calls about people like maybe expressing their emotions of how they feel. But if not that, I feel like you guys are just having a lot of forward momentum to help kind of like you guys to get you out of this stuck and stagnant energy, to kind of like help you get out of your head. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. You guys are definitely going to be going more so towards your Ten of Pentacles. This is what I'm telling you. You guys are now starting to get out of this stuck and stagnant energy. It's like now you're taking necessary steps to go towards the things that's going to make you happy. With the Ten of Cups, that's the dream come true. That is your wish fulfillment. The Ten of Pentacles here is like, your long-term investments, a great lump sum of money. Maybe, if not that, it could be talking about generational wealth, or starting up a family, or having, a kids here with someone. Yeah, someone who I feel like you're watching from afar. I feel like that's the thing here. Someone is stressing about that their long term investment. Someone's stressing about their future here. Maybe with a certain person for some of you guys. Maybe someone could be watching this Nine of Pentacles energy from afar with a Page of Swords card being present. I'm not sure if I showed you this or not, but yeah. The Ten of Pentacles was the clarification for the Nine of Swords. I feel like for some of you guys, it's just someone stressing about their future. Someone's worried about, their family life, or maybe some of you guys, someone's worried about, their generational wealth. Maybe someone is rich, or doing very well for themselves, but they're stressing out about how they want to, like, create this Ten of Pentacles, with someone here. For some of you guys, maybe for some of you guys, maybe it's just someone's worried about, if they'll ever actually get to this Ten of Pentacles with someone, or maybe just get there in general, like where they actually have generational wealth for their children, or have someone who they can share on, or maybe grow with. Maybe that's a big thing. Maybe someone wants to actually find their match so they can actually grow with them. But if not that, it's like maybe someone's just worried about how they're going to create this financial wealth. But I'm definitely getting the sense someone is definitely watching someone with the Page of Swords from afar. Someone is watching a Nine of Pentacles energy, because this is clarification for the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Someone could be watching someone who is doing very well for themselves, who is single, who is self-sufficient, who's very abundant, who's like, in the pre-Empress energy where they're now starting to, be able to go after the things that they want here. I feel like that's what maybe someone's stressing about, is going towards someone who maybe they may view as this Queen of Cups, who's very loving, very nurturing, very kind. Yeah, the Three of Wands being here in the upright for the Queen of Cups is clarification for it. I feel like now someone's, I feel like, what's going on in this? For some of you guys, it's like someone is waiting for the ships to come in. Whoever this Queen of Cups is, I'm not sure if it's you guys, or maybe it could be like, if not you guys, it could be someone you're dealing with. It's like someone's waiting for something to happen here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Someone's like almost like, watching and waiting for something to happen. So the Queen of Cups is someone who's very intuitive, right? So maybe like I said, their heart is telling them, like something is going to happen, but they're not very certain, like, what exactly it is. They just know, like, their heart's telling them, like, get ready, prepare, So they're like, kind of sitting here like the Three of Wands, like, they have this person has like a telescope looking out to see, like, all right, I'm waiting for something to happen. I have a certain, like, like these kind of give me like light bulbs. I know that light bulbs are like lanterns, but the way they're hanging above this person's hands, like, give me like, like ideas of like, what to do if like certain things happen. So maybe like this Queen of Cups has like, an idea of like, what could possibly happen, but she's not for certain on like which, path to make, or which choice they need to make, or what they need to do here. So they're kind of like waiting for God to kind of like make something happen. That's what I'm getting, but I'm definitely getting the sense, I said, it could be done with a Queen of Cups and a King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the Emperor. And that's the clarification for the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the World card here as well. There is some sort of Emperor energy here. He's here twice, yeah. Yeah, the Magician at the bottom of the deck. This is Gemini Virgo energy. There is some masculine here who's trying to, like, realizing that they have all the tools to really make something happen, to make some sort of magic happen as the Magician. This is someone who's really able to create something here. Yeah, maybe after a painful ending here, but now it's like someone's now having a brand new cycle starting with the World card. Maybe in regards to, like I said, a lover. This is what fell out as clarification for the Knight of Pentacles is this Emperor in the World card. For some of you guys, it's like maybe there's some sort of masculine out there who's now wanting to, come towards this this Queen of Cups here. They want to start a brand new cycle with whoever this person is. Or maybe for some of you guys, it's just you guys that, now starting to, open yourself up to new possibilities, open yourself up to new options. Or maybe for some of you guys, y'all could be actually traveling. So the World card could actually literally speak of travel, especially with the Three of Wands being here right behind the Emperor. And so maybe you guys could be actually thinking about traveling. Some of you guys, you're actually starting a brand new cycle because now it's like you're ready for it. Like, maybe you guys have actually had some sort of endings in your life. So now it's like you are, like, leaving space for something new or better to come in. Like maybe some of you guys are actually gonna be starting, like, something new, where like maybe you're starting a brand new job, or maybe let's say you do have a new love or something like that. But it's like you're creating space for, something newer or better to come in here, which is wonderful. Yeah. And right now, maybe some of you guys, there is someone out there for you who's kind of like waiting for you to literally come in and do something. And like it's the Queen of Cups. They don't really understand, like, what their intuition is trying to tell them. But for some of you guys, I said, if it's like a masculine and feminine here, and the feminine is kind of just waiting. She doesn't understand why she's being called to wait. She doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, but she knows that she's supposed to wait for something to happen. Whoever they are, I feel like they could be definitely single at this time. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here, back to back. Whoever this Queen of Cups is, who's loving, nurturing, kind, very graceful with that swan here. She's very creative as well. Again, this is someone who I feel like is single at this time, but I'm definitely feeling like someone needs to take advantage of this energy if they are, like, say, like, this is a masculine who's thinking about the Ten of Cups, which is their dream come true. So maybe, like, having a family with someone, or having a certain type of lifestyle. Just with the Ten of Pentacles, thinking about who they can invest their time, money, and energy into, long term. Like maybe show show their significant other off to their friends and family. I feel like one thing you guys should be, really trying to get at this point is like taking control of your life and actually trying to get whoever this loving, nurturing, kind, sweet, graceful, creative feminine is here. You know, take action towards this feminine who is at this time single and kind of like seeing like, you know, what's out there. Maybe for some of you guys, you are single and now starting to, you know, explore your options. So now it's like, you know, maybe some of you guys are this energy where you are looking for someone who can match you. And maybe for some of you masculines, what you're being called to do is like, you know, actually, you know, don't hesitate to go towards your dreams. Whether it be, like I said, a dream feminine, like, you know, it doesn't have to be like literally a physical person. Like it could be someone who just meets your standards. You know, something wrong with having standards in regards to love, or if not, like I said, in regards to a lover, it's just you now starting to like do things that you want to do with your life. Like maybe you have been waiting to start up some sort of business or go towards, you know, some sort of like, you know, something that makes you happy, like maybe being a singer or a dancer or starting a YouTube channel. Go for it. But, you know, to be mindful that, you know, the best way to go about it is like with the Knight of Pentacles energy, slow and steady wins the race. You know, not something that's easy come, easy go, okay? You know, take your time, really have fun here, you know, with the ups and downs of this journey that you're about to start. You're about to start a brand new cycle here. So really enjoy every step of the process. It's not always going to be smooth sailings, or it's not going to always be like a bumpy patch, you know? Sometimes, you know, life gives you, gives you lemons, you have lemonade, but sometimes, you know, when it rains, it pours. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad and the ugly and all that good stuff here, okay? But that's what I'm getting here for you guys. Let's get a few oracle cards here to help you guys out with a bit of advice. I knew I was gonna see this. I knew it. I saw some in my third eye, but I didn't say anything. Because I kept saying you guys are gonna start a new chapter of your life. This is a transformation where you're gonna have a painful ending, but you're about to have a brand new beginning. And that's literally what the cosmic egg is literally all about. It's the last card in the tarot here. What flipped over was the earthworm energy. It was a bunch of cards, but I see the earthworm and the eagle. A lot of you guys are being called to, like, you know, speak up, risk embarrassment. Even if you're starting off as someone who's new or like the novice. The earthworm talks about like someone being like the novice, you know, being the beginner of something. He also, it could be like, you know, a new worker at, or maybe like, you know, the new person at a job, or maybe, you know, like maybe some guys like, you know, finally starting a date or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but pretty much speak up, risk embarrassment, and it's okay. Like people are literally like, if you're like the new guy, people are expecting you to literally make a mistake. They're expecting you to say something stupid because, you know, everyone makes mistakes when they're first time ever doing anything. I mean, no one's perfect. You know, as soon as they start anything, no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. So for you guys, you know, don't be afraid to make one. I told you, like, you know, making mistakes is a part of life, so we can figure out who we are. It's part of our stories. And besides, legend has it that, you know, the beginner's eyes, or someone, a fresh pair of eyes, has the most insight. So don't be afraid to speak up. Now, with the eagle card following right after it, you guys are also being called to, you know, prepare for the hell ride of your life, because, you know, the eagle card talks about how, like, you know, you're being thrown into the fire of transformation, you know, so that you guys can be your best and brightest self. So, you know, that requires you kind of stepping into the unknown and kind of just hanging on for the hell ride of your life, so that, you know, you guys can just shine. That's what I'm hearing. You guys are just gonna shine and have fun doing it. That's the otter card here. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck. You guys are definitely being called to have fun, have that unspeakable joy, like, you know, like when you were a kid. Like, you know how, like, you know, you guys used to dance and have fun and sing and just have a great time and not worry about bills and all this other material stuff. That's what you're being called here to do. Don't overthink something and kind of just have fun with it. Okay. We have our 3 cards here. Bottom of the deck is Peacock. Peacock talks about how it's how can I say this? The peacock here is one of the most beautifulest animals in the tarot or in the oracle deck. Now, a lot of people think that their beauty comes from the plumage or from the journey, but really their beauty comes from within and, like, you know, goes outward indefinitely. Now, the peacock energy talks about, like, you know, the peacock energy talks about how, like, you know, the peacock harbors no bad experiences or of anger or conflict or drama in its psyche, because it's able to accept and, you know, digest any situation that's going through. You know, it's not easy for, you know, us to really channel this energy, but, you know, to get to a place where you can really accept not only yourself but others. But that's what's being called here for you here, my collective, my superstars. You're being called to kind of be in this energy, kind of like accepting things for what it is, like it is what it is type of energy. Maybe you might wish it was different, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna change it. Like you said, you looking back at the past isn't gonna change that what's done is done. So that's why you're being called to like kind of be like this peacock. Let your beauty shine. Really, like I said, and if you do have problems, in regards to letting things go or being able to accept and just adjust to stuff, try meditation. Try praying to God. Try to really just get sit down with yourself and really think about these experiences in your life. Like I said, there's a lot of Ten of Swords, a lot of painful ending, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayal, possibly a lot of heartbreak here. And I get it. It's tough. It's not easy. Like I told you, going through change and transformation, it's not always easy. It's not always fun. In order for me to get my own place, I mean, the way I started it, it was awful. Literally, I had to be homeless first in order to actually get to a place where now I have my own apartment, where I'm paying my bills and I have all these amazing things. But when I didn't know how I was gonna get here, but I'm glad I got my own place now. But yeah, I was homeless for a little while, and it wasn't easy. A lot of times I had to be around people who I didn't want to be around, but I had to keep it cordial and I had to keep it cute. So I had to almost like fake it till I make it till I got there, and now I'm here. But I'm really appreciative of the journey. So I said I liked having all those the little crappy parts that I had, but also I had a lot of fun. Being homeless for the first time ever, and it was it wasn't that bad. I survived. It didn't kill me. It only made me stronger, and I kind of got part of a story to tell now. So that's kind of what I'm being called here for you guys to kind of do. Just really accept things for what they are. Maybe you didn't have the best startup. Maybe yes, you had a rough start, but it didn't kill you. You're still alive. You're still here. You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's what you gotta remember here. Now, the Spider card being at the top of the deck, you guys are being called to be very patient, be detail oriented. Yeah, be detail oriented versus being goal oriented. It's pretty much be patient at this time, because I feel like excuse me, the spider energy talks about how it creates a web that brings in everything that the spider needs, whether it be prosperity, food, and things of that things of that nature. I feel and it supports not only the spider but those who are who the spider supports as well. So say if you're the spider, you will naturally if you just stay detail oriented and not results oriented, being patient with yourself and never getting tired, even it is hard work, but not tiring out, keep going forward. You're gonna eventually create this web where you're able to keep sustain yourself, bring in all the prosperity, all the money, all the food that you need to not only keep yourself afloat, but maybe your friends, your family, or your significant other, that type of thing. So just be patient with yourself, be detail oriented, and don't tire out. Okay, we know it's hard work, we know it's tough, but you can't give up. Okay, anything worth anything that's worth having at all is worth working for and waiting for. Okay, you don't want anything that's easy come easy go. Like I said with the Knight of Pentacles, take your time, do it right. That's literally what the Spider card's all about. The Spider takes its time and it's doing its job right, so that it can make sure it's gonna be a-okay. Anyways, that's was at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like that also had a part to play because that really tied into what I was saying earlier. Yeah. Anyways, let's get these three cards. We have the Cosmic Egg. This talks about an ending of a cycle. So usually, you guys have been with the Cosmic Egg being present. It usually talks about how you guys have been undergoing some sort of tough process here, going through some sort of tough cycle. But pretty much, you have finally reached the completion of a cycle through a lot of hard work and grace, the determination. You guys have made it through. So yay, that's super awesome and great. But pretty much, even though you have completed a cycle, it does not end. What you're being called here to do now is take whatever you have learned from this cycle, all the lessons and stuff like that, take those same lessons you've learned and apply it to this next chapter of your life. It's kind of think of it like math. I know a lot of people aren't good at math, but I'm trying to keep it simple. You gotta learn addition and subtraction in order to start learning about multiplication and division and exponents and fractions and decimals and stuff like that. Again, all that kind of builds on each other. It's kind of like that. once you start learning about this lesson that you learned in this chapter, make sure you remember that. So you have to apply that to this next chapter. Like you have to apply all that multiplication and all that adding and subtracting to now multiplying and dividing. That type of thing. So it's kind of like it builds on another. It's building blocks. That's what it kind of is. It's like you guys are finally finished whatever chapter that you're on now, but now it's like you're ready to start the new one. So you have to you had to go through what you needed to go through in order to be prepared for this next chapter of your life, if that makes sense. I feel like maybe I over-explained it, or maybe I didn't do it very well. Maybe it was like I explained it a bit oddly, but I feel like I got my point across. If I did, please don't be afraid to comment down at the bottom there, okay? But yeah, a lot of you guys also could be embodying this deer energy, where a lot of you guys are bringing in this calm, compassionate, like nurturing energy here, or maybe someone you're dealing with is in this energy. This is feminine earth energy. I'm in the strong sense for some of you guys. When the deer card appears, it talks about you guys are like in this like you almost like bring this nice, compassionate, sweet calmness into the room. Okay, so maybe for some of you guys, that calmness is needed for whatever the circumstance is in your situation, but not like a circumstance that's requiring that calm, tender softness. Maybe for some of you guys, it's just that if you have a birth of a new child here, like for new parents or something like that. That's when you're gonna need to be tender and soft with your new child. But if not that sense, because maybe a situation just requires this. So maybe that's why, maybe for the feminine, the Queen of Cups energy specifically, maybe they're in this deer energy, but it's because maybe when the masculine does come or something like that, or whatever the situation happens here, she's gonna need to be kind of cool, calm, collective, not spaz out, not just react, but really kind of just be like, I don't know, the emotionally strong one in the room. But yeah. Also, at the last card we have is the Panther energy. Panther talks about literally wreaking havoc, so that it can kind of help you guys, push you guys to be your best and brightest self here. Yeah, let me get the exact words for the Panther here, because usually the Panther talks about doing whatever it takes to stop you guys from keeping yourself stuck and stagnant. Sometimes it does whatever to keep you guys growing and expanding. And maybe while you're going through this process, it seems a bit messy or tricky, but after all the dust settles, you'll see the Panther's magic at work. Like you'll see why it did what it did. Yeah, it says the annihilation of the unnecessary and the purging. Yes, the Panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnate. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the Panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they've made us better people. So trust that the Panther's journey always leads us to a brighter place. Yeah, when in balance, you're brave and you're productive. When out of balance, you are self-destructive. So to bring this into balance, you have to get rid of what's unnecessary. That's also what all this Ten of Swords is for. And there's a lot of people who can't come with you with this next chapter. Maybe some of you guys, you are traveling. Okay, well not everyone can. It's not like you can pay. It's not like you can pay for everyone to come with you. So maybe if you guys literally are traveling, of course you gotta get rid of all, I hate to put it like this, but almost like get rid of the dead weight here that isn't helping you in any way, shape, or form. Maybe it's time for you to get rid of these people who are just like I said, maybe, seems like, you guys are financially well off. Maybe some people are just staying around you because they want your money. The battery's running low. Let me get the charger. Sorry. Sorry. Not meant to show you all that. But yeah, I feel like even that's a sign here with the laptop almost dying out, like saying the battery's low. Yeah, you guys might get tired or something like that, but make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves, and like make sure, like I said, at the time where you're healing, you're recharging your batteries, so to speak. Like you're getting plenty of rest, you're drinking plenty of water, you're eating healthy, you're praying more, you're meditating, you're taking care of yourself. Like I said, maybe you are doing a lot of like tiresome work, or maybe you guys are going through a lot of endings here. So like I said, this process isn't always easy. Like even when a butterfly before a worm before it emerges as, or sorry, when a caterpillar before it emerges as a butterfly, it's not easy being in a little tight cocoon and having to literally break into a different version of yourself. It's not easy for a snake to shed its skin. These are both very painful processes, but it's both necessary for in order for the snake and the caterpillar to grow into something better. I feel like that's what's happening here for you guys. It's almost like you guys are going a metamorphosis. You guys are undergoing change, and yes, this is going to help push you to be the best and brightest version of yourself. But it's necessary. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable. But you'll be grateful when you look back at it. You're like me, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, something like that. You'll look back and laugh at what's happened there, or even like I say, you won't laugh, but at least you'll be happy. You'll appreciate that that this happened. What's actually like a what you think is like a curse is actually a blessing in disguise. Get 2 cards here. We have the Lover. Okay, well, that's more than 2, but literally, you got the Death card here. Again, I'll take it because it literally has a part to play here in all of this. Wow, you guys have major arcana just popping up here again and again and again. That's what I'm saying here, just a major arcana. The Lover is like, the Lover gives me Gemini. This one card always gives me Gemini, even though there's no signs here for any of these Oracle cards. The Lover clearly always makes you think of the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. But the Lover isn't always have to be romantic love in that type of sense. There are always different types of forms of love here. There's always platonic love or self-love or even family love. It doesn't always have to be romantically. But usually you can always tell when the Lover card is present in your life, or when you're starting to embody more of this lover-like energy, where you just feel a great, swell in your chest, and you're feeling you just have this gratitude for all the little things. That's how you embody this lover energy here. Yeah, let me read it for you. It says, the heart, the beloved, and the devoted. The Lover archetype is present everywhere, not just where conventional forms of pleasure and beauty are found. The Lover's awe is unconditional. It's conditional. No, it's unconditional. Yeah. When you hold someone's gaze for several moments, you feel the Lover within you awaken. It is common to seek the Lover in another. The true gift is finding the Lover in yourself, like I told you. Self-love. Pulsing through your heart of the Lover, pulsing through the heart of the Lover is gratitude. The Lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words to a child. The Lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must fully be present and awake, with no exceptions or rules about what should be. Rather, the Lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. When in light, you have connection, expansion, devotion, and awe. When dark, you're indulgent. You have attachments and obsessions. This is what I was telling you earlier with the peacock energy. You guys have to be present. Stop thinking about what has happened in the past. That doesn't matter. It's dead and it's done. Stop thinking about the future, because that isn't here. It will never be here yet. Because the future's the future. Be present. Be in the moment. Be grateful for the things that you have in your life at this time. That's what the Lover energy truly embodies. You guys loving yourself, loving your life, loving your journey, loving every process of everything that is. This is all that we have at this moment. This is all that we have at this time, is this one moment. So don't be trying to damper with thinking about the past and what went wrong, or what could possibly go wrong in the future. No, be happy just to be alive. That's like the message here with the Lover card. Now, the Mystic card being present, usually the Mystic talks about taking like all the dark experiences that you went through in life and like pretty much like holding all that. Excuse me. Holding all those like bad experiences in your body, in your mouth specifically, and end up transmuting that darkness and turning it into light. That's what the Mystic card talks about. It pretty much talks about like taking the negative and creating something positive, which is not easy for people to do, but that's what's being called here for you to do. Take all these bad experiences and almost like use it to as momentum. Like take all those sticks and stones that they threw at you to build a house, or use it as ammunition to really keep you going. Like when people say like that you suck, or like that you can't do this, or like you're not good enough, use that as ammunition to prove to them like or even just prove to yourself that you are good enough, that you are the best, that that you deserve this, that type of thing. That's what the Mystic card's all about. It's about taking that negative energy and transmuting it into something positive. Okay, I love this energy here for y'all. The light worker talks about being the seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. Like any light worker, the mystic must build a relationship with fire. This begins by awakening the inner flame our tapas within. That's what I was telling you earlier with the Ace of Wands. What gets you excited? What lights a fire within you? And then literally, it's literally talking about a mystic card. It's talking about, awakening your inner flame, which is more fire. So it kind of goes hand in hand with what I said earlier. I like it when I get confirmations about what I already said. So I know I'm telling you guys the right thing here. It says, it may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Okay, for some of you guys, it may appear like you guys are very much so introverted, or looking inward, but your light beams outward tremendously. Like a star. You guys might seem like you're self-focused, but really your light shines so bright back at everything that it illuminates the darkness around you. Yeah, but the mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with the light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. When light, you are a remover of darkness. You are a visionary and you are ageless. When dark, you expect results. You seek attention. You seek attention and recognition. So pretty much, don't do things for people's attention. Don't try to be like keeping up with the Joneses, or try to do stuff to get a certain result, or feel like it's gonna bring forth a certain outcome. Do it because you just need to do it. And even when you do it, don't brag about it. Be like, hey everyone, look what I did. Look at all the amazing things that I did. Come look at my, what I do. It's like that's not the point of being the mystic. The mystic just does a good job, and like I said, they're not out here trying to seek attention. They do the job, and they don't really expect to thank you or anything in return. They just keep going, kind of like that's why they get the rep of kind of being like the wanderer, but really they're not the wanderer. They just have a mission. They're like dedicated to their transformation. That doesn't always require them being being in the limelight, or getting praise for what they're doing. Sometimes it means being called of just do what you came here to do and get out. You're being called to go somewhere else, kind of like the butterfly. The butterfly doesn't stay in one place for long. It stays there for a moment, but then it transmutes what I said. But usually it ends up moving somewhere else. That's kind of what you are, my collective, my superstars. So you guys are called to make a difference, but that's not your thing is to seek outside validation, or do it for the attention. Who's to get in there, show people the way, and then get out. And yeah, you're gonna be misunderstood. It even said in the Bible that um, I forget exactly how it is. Oh my God, I don't want to quote this wrongly here. It says like how the light went into the dark and the dark comprehended it not. In the Bible, that's kind of what it is going on here with you guys. Yeah, that's literally the exact verse is John chapter 1, verse 5. And the light shineth in darkness. See how that butterfly, which is like you guys, like I told you, you guys like a butterfly, and here is the Mystic card has a butterfly. That's you guys. Your light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. That's what Jesus was. Jesus was the light in the dark for us, but now it's like, Jesus who lives in us now is like, that's what we're kind of be called to do. It's kind of like, walk like Jesus, like, try to do, the work of our Father here. So, we're supposed to, pretty much like share God's word and be the light, but you're not there for the attention. You're supposed to, shine your light. And even if the dark doesn't comprehend it at the moment, it's fine. Because that's what we're called here to do. A lot of people didn't comprehend Jesus until Jesus died and moved on. Again, they realized, oh snap, this is Jesus. He is like, the resurrection. But after he left and went back up to heaven, only then they realized that. It's kind of like that. You guys possibly won't be appreciated until you're gone. And people look back and really realize the work that you've done here. And lastly, we have the Thanatos card, which is literally death. So if I had to like literally put an energy with this, like what's it called, a zodiac sign with this one, this is literally death. So it'd be Scorpio. You got the death card here twice, even in the oracle reading. Yeah, facing Thanatos, which is this card, is death, leads to Aletheia, which is truth. So once again, you have to have these painful endings to really start seeing the truth and being grateful that you actually got the truth. It says, there are those with a great gift for navigating Thanatos energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospital, hospice centers, and the like. Death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal renaissance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the end of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying that we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it's signifying an initiation into the underworld. When light, you're grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, you have fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, and the dying. That's what I say. I don't know why. I feel like if this isn't you guys literally undergoing some sort of death and transformation within yourselves, and now starting to go through experiencing life differently, seeing things differently, and adapting. I feel like this could be literal death also here. Like someone could have a death in the family or death of a loved one. I don't wish that upon anyone, but death, like it said, even in the deck here is a natural part of life. It's just something to expect. As long as there are people being born, there's going to be people who's going to be dying. People die every day. People get born every day. It's a part of life. So yes, I feel like whatever is, whether it be an actual death or, like I said, an end of a cycle, the death of the ego. Either way, this is going to help you be the best version of yourself. And I feel like it's because maybe someone was hard headed and didn't want to, like I said, go through this change. Like I said, change is hard. Change is difficult. But it's necessary. It's a part of life. If you're not changing, growing, and adapting, then you're kind of staying stuck and you're kind of dying because you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're literally dying. At the bottom of the deck is the Anima Mundi card. Oh, it's funny. What's after that is the Storm. Yeah, whatever Storm, which literally is like the Tower card, which literally ties into the Panther card. Whatever is coming is literally to shake you up at this time. The Storm is literally like the Panther energy. What's happening to you guys at this time is literally to help push you to be your best self. It's to help you literally, almost like get you to where you need to go. Because maybe some of you guys are so comfortable or you don't want to go through the change, but it's like it's needed. You have to do this, otherwise you will forever be discontent. You will forever be bored. You will never be happy. You will constantly feel like something is missing, and like you will end up dying with regret because you didn't live your life to the fullest. You never got to do the things that you wanted to do. You never got to actually figure things out for yourself. You always just had this this state of comfortability. You never went out and actually had the nothing venture, nothing gain type of energy. But anyways, the bottom deck is Anima Mundi. It's the last one, and I'm gonna wrap this up. This is long. I'm supposed to go to bed back at 10 o'clock. It's 11 something. Anima Mundi is the soul of the world and all that is. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere to anyone. Day or night, rich or poor, it is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the World card in the Tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all and reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the world. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Excuse me. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. When light, you're tending to the sacred details of life. But when dark, you're overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. Yeah. Like I told you, step by step. You do have a big, thing that you got to work on here. You do have have huge dreams. Maybe it can be seem overwhelming. We look at the big picture of how you're gonna get to that dream that you had last night of you, like I said, being like I don't know, like I said, having $1 million in the bank or making $1 million every month and having sold out tours on stage, singing the crowds and stuff like that. Maybe you don't know how you're gonna get there, but don't focus on the end goal. Like I told you, be process oriented. Don't be process oriented. Yeah, be detail oriented. Don't be results oriented. That's how I see you get overwhelmed. With the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. Take the small steps if you need to. Just make sure you're doing it right so you don't have to do it again. That's what's important. Alright, I love you here, my superstars. I'm sorry it was so long. I wasn't expecting it to be like this, but I don't know. Sometimes when I be rambling off, I guess maybe because someone needed to hear this. I don't know. So even I said maybe an hour and 6 minutes of me rambling helped someone. At least I did my job then. But yes, it's the end of the reading. So you guys did enjoy. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because let's push my channel out to a bigger audience. You guys know I love all of that amazing jazz. Yes, I do, baby. Okay? So yes, guys. Please, 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 for the sake of your own happiness, you have to be willing to change. You gotta be willing to transform, to build, to bend a little bit, to learn new things, to continue to grow and adapt and try to be your best self. It's not always gonna be easy. It's not gonna be fun. Sometimes, yeah, it is gonna be easier to stay where you are and not having to learn anything and continue doing the same things you've been doing since you were a child. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be bored. You're gonna be discontent. You're gonna be wanting more because you know that there's more out there. You know there's something more you must be doing than the same old thing that you've been doing for the past maybe 3 years or 5 years or however long you've been doing it. So now it's actually time being called. Now it's actually, you know, you're being called to step up. Now is your time to really, whether I said either, you do it now or do it later, do it the easy way or do it the hard way. You're being called to really step up. Make a change. You play a major part in the world, whether you know it or not. No matter how small you may think of a difference you're making, like I said, I might help literally just one single person. But as long as I helped out someone, then I know I did my job. That's kind of the same energy y'all need to do. It's kind of the same energy you need to have. It doesn't matter how big of a scale, like, you're helping people out. Like I said, you might have, like, be like a singer, and maybe some of you guys, as I said, you only have like one person in the audience, but if you inspire that one person to start their own dream, so at least you helped out someone. That's the energy you should be having. You're making a difference whether you know it or not, and be grateful of every step of the journey. Because even with my YouTube channel, for example, I only got like 49 subscribers, but I'm happy with this 49 subscribers. I don't need to be have millions upon millions of people watching my channels. It's all helping out, even if it's a small group of people. Well, then I did my job. That's all I want to do is help people. I'm not doing this to be rich. I'm not doing this to be famous. It's like the Mr. Card. I'm not doing this for the glitz and glamour to, for have people pat me on my back and be like, oh my gosh, look at all the amazing stuff she's doing. She's so incredible. She's so amazing. That's not what I came here to do. God put me on this planet to literally help out other lost souls and try to lead them here. Maybe it's through with my tarot readings. Maybe it's through, actually, like I said, I'm going to start posting my own actual life here to help people out. But I've been having few complications, like always, but I'm not stopping, and I'm grateful for every, part of the journey. Like, I told you, it's always going to be easy, but it's a part of life. Sometimes you got to go through, the storm card, or the panther card, or the Thanatos card. Sometimes you have to go through these crazy moments to get where you need to go, to realize, hey, I got to do this instead of this. Hey, heck, I need to learn this, but I could only learn this if this thing had, crashed and burned. So I realized, I can get to better. I can only get to have my own apartment and stuff like that if I actually, was homeless. Otherwise, I wasn't going to get my own place. I wasn't trying to really go out there and get my own place because I was comfortable where I was at. For example, for me personally, that's why God put me through what I went through. And I'm not upset. I'm not like, how could God do that to me? And da-da-da. No, it was something I need to do, and I'm grateful I went through it. Look at me now. Shoot, I look gorgeous. I got my own place. Hey, I'm living my life, having fun, doing it, and I'm enjoying the journey. Shoot, Rome wasn't built in a day, and masterpieces take time. We're all works of art. Shoot, I'm taking my time because I'm worth it, baby. Give it to me, I'm worth it. I like that Iggy Azalea song. How it goes I pulled up, looking picture perfect, baby. High price, ooh, but I'm worth it, baby. That's what I'm feeling. It's called Beg For It. I'ma make you beg for it. I love that song. Until you get to Charlie's part. You can skip Charlie's part. I mean, that first part of Megan, that first and second verse, she killed that. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wrap it up. I love you guys so much. Please don't be afraid of change. It's a natural part of life that we all have to go through, whether we like it or not. So you can go through it the easy way or the hard way, but either way, you gotta walk through the door. I love you guys. But with this being said, goodbye, my superstars.
Still with the Kids Productions is my now and upcoming photography business. For all serious inquiries, please email me at madampeacock7@gmail.com or call/text at 562-536-3202. Thank you.